Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we saw that the US market was more of a flattish, wherein S&P 500 was totally flat, and Nasdaq was up, whereas Dow Jones was a bit negative. Today morning, Asian markets are indicating a bit negative trend. Most of the Asian markets are marginally down. Whereas if you see the commodities are also seeing some weakness, wherein oil is down by around $1.5. Aluminum and copper are down by 0.5%. Iron ore down by 0.5 and steel is up by around 0.5%. Dollar index had seen some marginal up move from low of around 106.15 on day before yesterday. So some concerns about again comment from the US president, which are keeping risk alive of tariff, which may be imposed over a period. So the uncertainty continue and which will have its impact on Indian market as well. So Indian market are likely to remain more of a range bound into the history. And I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, last few trading session we saw that Nifty trading below the important support zone that is 22,700, and last trading session is closing near about 22,540 range, 550 range. So we expect some pressure to be continued towards 22,400. 22,400 is a major support for index. If Nifty break this range and closing basis, then we expect further sell off towards 22,040, 22,000 at downside. Upside, first immediate resistance for intraday 22,600 and then 22,700 is a major resistance for index. If Nifty sustain 22,700, then we expect further rally towards 23,000 and 23,100 upside. But overall, we expect some flattish open, and if Nifty break the important support zone, then we expect further sell off. Bank Nifty also facing an immediate resistance around 49,000 and 48,800 in upside. First major support from Bank Nifty around 48,400. Below that, we expect further sell off towards 48,200, 48,000 at downside. The both index trading near the crucial important support zone. If break that important zone, then we expect further sell off can continue. Stock specific, Ashok Leyland looks positive at current low. Chambal also given a good rally last few trading session. We expect this rally to be continued. Today, Loris Lab also looks positive at current level. Negative side, Dr. Reddy looks weak at current level. In Petro also given a downside breakdown. Do we expect some pressure in Petro also? SBI also break important support zone and trading below that range, that is 712, and we expect some pressure to be continue in SBI also. Reliance also trading near the support, that is 1200, and if break that level, then we expect further pressure to be increased towards 1170, 1190. That is for technical. Derivative I can carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. On the derivative front, see now today is the expiry day. Open interest has risen quite a bit. Also, we've got to see how the rollovers are taking shape. As of now, only 77% have been rolled over positions. So also Nifty at 22,500 is at a very important support area. So if Nifty does, close below the 22,500 levels, you can see further selling which can take shape and which can take Nifty below that 22 or around that 22,000 levels. So yeah, look out for the same. PCROI at 0.7 odd is at the oversold zone, but the best part here is the VIX has come down to 13.5. Even though there is so much selling in the market, we are seeing VIX coming down. That is a positive sign, and that can probably take Nifty up towards that the 23,000 levels, because the VIX is falling, the risk is also falling, and that is a good thing. So look out for the same. If Nifty sustains about 22,500 levels, you can witness a good bounce back in the later part of the session and the later couple of sessions, which can take Nifty higher. 23,000 is the highest call base, so that is a resistance zone. That is where probably the bounce will take shape. From the stock specific front, there's nothing much. The bounce, if it comes, will be broad based, and almost all stocks should witness good buying. But as of now, if you see, the IT and the metal sector have witnessed a breakdown in this week itself, and they will be under some pressure, at least in the start of the session. So yeah, look out for the same. So that's it from my side. Like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. On the news front, Dr. Reddy has received establishment inspection report from US FDA for its API manufacturing facility in Hyderabad with the classification of voluntary action indicated. So this is positive for Dr. Reddy. Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, Janvi.
Good morning. An update from RBI that they have reduced risk weights on bank exposures to NBFCs and microfinance credit. The additional 25% risk weight imposed in November 2023 on SCB's exposure to NBFCs, where the external rating based risk weight was below 100%, that has been removed. This move is expected to improve funding access for NBFCs, lower their borrowing cost, and enhance credit flow. So this is positive for stocks like Chola, LT Finance, and Mars Financial. In November 2023, risk weights on unsecured consumer credit, excluding housing, education, vehicle, and gold loans, were raised to 125%. Now, microfinance loans classified as consumer credit will also be excluded from the higher risk weight and will be assigned a 100% risk weight instead. The 100% risk weight for microfinance loan will make this segment favorable. So this is positive for Jana Small Finance Bank and Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Thank you.
Good morning. Bharti Airtel and Tata Group are in discussions to merge their D2H business. So this merger will help Airtel to grow its revenue in the non-mobile segment. That would be marginal positive for Bharti Airtel. Apart from that, Infosys has given an average salary hike of around 5 to 8% based on the employee performance for FY25. Last year, the average salary hike was 5 to 10%. So this news is neutral for Infosys. On the results front, SpiceJet has reported Q3 numbers, and the results have improved on the back of strong passenger demand and improved operational efficiency. The revenues on a quarter-on-quarter basis have grown 35% to 1,237 crore. It has reported lower EBITDA loss at 81 crore during the quarter. In the last quarter, the loss was 352 crore, and a year ago it was 212 crore. Recently, company had also concluded a QIP of 3,000 crore. So this has helped the firm of fleet expansion and posted better growth. Passenger load factor has come in at 87%. This is same as what Indigo has reported in the Q3 quarter as well. Thank you.
Apart from this, Camlin Finechem has announced the acquisition of Winpai, a French company which is operating in food and natural chemicals used in the fragrances. Uh, the acquisition cost will be somewhere at around 15.75 million altogether, including shares acquired through exchange of shares or infusion of money through convertible bonds. And if you see the financials of Venpai, they are no doubt growing at, in last 9 months, they had grown by around 16%, and last year they grew by around over 30%. but the company is incurring losses, and on the revenue of 7.9 billion, the EBITDA loss was almost at around 0.66, and net loss was around 3.43 millions. So this will have an impact on the financials of the consolidated financials of the Camlin Fine Chem, which is itself is struggling in the profitability. Though near term, they had seen positive trend on account of some restrictions on vanillin by US on China, and there was a good improvement in price and demand for Camlin Fine Chem, and that's why the price were moving up. But this deal will have some negative impact on the company. Then apart from that, Ultratech has announced the entering into the business of wire and cable, which is more of related to building product. But if you see the synergy between these two business, that is cement and wire and cable, the synergies are very less, as there is a different distribution channel, and also the product influencers are also different. So apparently it doesn't look like having any direct benefit to Ultratech in the near term, but since the group may be going strong and influence the business in the coming period, like what they had done in paint business in Grasim. So long term, if they see some really gaining market share, then can have important positiveness. But near term, the allocation looks more towards not related businesses. Apart from that, this entry can have some sentimental negative impact on Polycab and KEI in the near term. That's all from us, and I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So in yesterday's session, we had witnessed gold recovering from the lows of 85 200 odd levels. So buying around 85 700 to 600 is recommended for a pullback. Again, the resistance zone is at 86 300 400 levels. So profit taking is advisable from these levels. Also, for trading purpose, one can sell with a strict stop loss of 86 600. Again, on downside, 85 700, 85 500 is the level where one can book profits. Silver, one can expect a pullback till 95,000, 300, whereby selling pressure could be witnessed. So one can sell with a stop loss of 96 100. On downside again, 94 300, 94 93 700 is the level where one can book profit. Also, one can buy around 93 700 for a pullback and maintain a strict stop loss of 93 200. Um, in metals, copper, one can expect some selling pressure to continue. So selling around 866 is recommended in the March contract with a stop loss of 872, and downside we can test prices can test 858 855 on downside. Similarly, zinc March contract, we are expecting prices to test 266 on downside. Overall, prices are expected to consolidate from 270 to 266. And in crude oil, we are expecting further corrections. So any rise around 60606080, one can initiate a sell with a stop loss of 6130. Again, downside 6000 and 5950 is the level where one can book profits. In natural gas, we are expecting prices to correct further. So selling is expected around 353 353, 355 levels. So maintain a stop loss of 365. On downside, again 340 is the level where we are expecting some profit taking. So one can book profits around these levels. Also initiate a buy around 340 with a stop loss of 330 for a pullback. So that is from us. Thank you very much.